What up, Heart Squad, and welcome to another Guess That Grade. And today we are grading and revealing the grade of my first edition base set holographic Pokemon cards from this French first edition base set booster box that we opened up a couple weeks ago. In yesterday's video, we graded about half of the holos of this box and revealed the grade as well. If you want to go check out that Guess That Grade, yes, there were 2 Guess That Grade episodes this weekend. Go check it out. And as always, if you enjoy Guess That Grade, please leave a like on this video. Let's get to 10,000 likes, Heart Squad. And as always, consider subscribing to the channel and join this amazing community. But as you know, we opened up a first edition French base set booster box to try to pull a Charizard in French to try to get me on the road or journey again to pull a first edition base set Charizard in every language. Did we pull it? No, but we did pull some other incredible holographics that you are about to see that between you and me, I honestly believe they could get the first ever BGS 10s. Not just a gold label BGS 10. I am talking about the creme de la creme, a black label BGS 10, which is the ultimate grade for any type of grading company there is. So let us begin with the first holographic, a lovely Raichu, which is built the same way. So, thing about these cards that you'll notice is 4 different categories: the centering or the yellow border around the card on the front, or the blue border on the back, how congruent it is on all sides. This one is clearly off center from up here to there, as you will see on just this one and a couple more, but other times it is going to be perfect centering. There is the surface score. So for these specifically, there may be some factory lines that are on the holo part only that were just printed when the card was first printed. There could be some other type of, scratches or errors on the cards that you got to watch out for surface. There's of course the sides, which is usually, you don't have to worry about that. And then the one you do have to worry, but we don't today because these cards are perfect on that. The corners of the cards, where there, and there. So let's take a look. And as you saw before, and this is an interesting one, it's, and all of these kind of are, it's like a glossy where sometimes the holo foil, like the holo in the back, kind of just goes through the entire card. I think that's just how the cards are, so it shouldn't affect grading. It looks like there is a minor factory line right there. Right there, you can kind of see it. Minor factory print line. Centering's off on this guy too, by actually a lot compared to the others. Look how much more blue on that side compared to that side. I would say for this one, because surface-wise, and I'll hold it on the back a bit longer so we can check the corners. Corners of the card look perfecto, and nothing wrong with the surface. So this one, I wouldn't be surprised if it maybe came back a super strong BGS or Beckett 9 silver label. But, I'm going to go ahead for my prediction for the first edition Raichu to start things off. Give it a weak BGS or Beckett 9.5, which it would get the gold label, and it would be very, very nice. If they can all get 9.5s at least, maybe some more. So there's the Raichu. Next one is Melofy. Let's take a look to see if there's any factory lines on Melofy over here, or Clefairy. I don't see any. All right, and usually when there's not, it's this is a contender for a BGS 10, or at least unless the centering is different, but let's take a look at centering. So, centering maybe. Yeah, centering's off on this one. From there to there, left to right. Corners wise, take a good look. Nothing wrong with the corners. Everything has just been dust on the card if you see any white specks, so it's been nothing crazy. Basically for this one, since I don't see anything wrong with the fact that, like, the holo foil background part, strong Beckett 9.5. Oh look, is that like some holo foil? Look at that. Or maybe it's not. I'm sorry. Wait, yeah, right there. See that? Right there. It's a sparkle. It's a sparkle of like what should be a holo foil. That is so cool. I mean, I know that's basically because the printing's not as cool, but I'll take it. I don't think that'll be a factor in the grade for this one. So, what did I say for this one? It'll get, for my prediction, for Millowfee is a Beckett or BGS 9.5. So, I will take that. Metronome is a very cool move for that one. Next up is one of my favorite birds. Electhor. Literally, it's Thor. Lightning. It's perfect. Natalie Portman has nothing on you, Electhor. But let's take a look. Like the Polyrath in the previous video, the background is very dark, so it's difficult to see any factory lines. I didn't see any off of looking on this one, and I don't see any now, which is good. Let's take a look at the rest of the card. Boom! And away we go. Centering looks like it may be... Wow. It's at least a 9.5 for centering. I've seen worse get 10s, so that's going to be very close. Wow. That was dust. Once again, no whitening on any of the corners. Nothing on the sides. Let's take a look at the front again so you can see if there's anything up with this one. Wait, look. Look, it's a sparkle on the card. That's cool. That's cool! You gotta add points to that. Make it a BGS 11! That's so cool. Wait, is there a factory line? No! Guys, I'm sorry. Electhor, I'm sorry. I think there's some factory lines right here, like some of the other holos. I'm so sorry. Yeah, those are. I'm still gonna give it, for my prediction for Thor is a weak Beckett or BGS 9.5. So Zapdos, you're okay in my book, but there we go. So trust me, there's some cards coming up right now actually that I think this is where it just kicks it up, where it's like, is this potentially a Beckett Black Label? Black Label? Look at this, Hitmonchan, one of the most difficult cards to grade in English, first edition base set. The population reports are just so down, because there's so much holofoil in the background. But look, I can safely say I don't see any print lines on this thing. Centering looks perfect. I gotta be very careful with this one. You can definitely see, look at these, sparkle, just a few places where there's some sparkle. Look, there's some up there. I think that's just like, you might as well just go ahead and give it a BGS 11, because that's just like a commonality between all of the holographics and stuff, but nothing wrong. Centering looks perfect. This is like flawless. This is a flawless card. Sparkles just give it some pizzazz, some character. This, Tingang, not pronouncing that right, or Punch Especial, Beckett, or BGS 10. Black Label's too optimistic. I'm just gonna go ahead and be like, if it gets it. And by the way, Black Label means you get 10s in every category, which is just astronomically rare. I've gotten it before in an English card a couple times, but not like a vintage card. It's just there's too many things that can go wrong. But guys, this Tingang looks amazing. Not Black Label, but I wouldn't be surprised. I'll go with BGS 10. Let's make history, guys. Let's make history. There's none out there. Then we have France Fernand, Ninetales. I think this is another one where I'm not sure if I saw any factory lines on it. So let's... Okay, there's no factory lines. I know it's a darker background. Centering, centering looks good. Centering looks good. Now... Nope, that was dust. Okay, good. So, otherwise, dust. There's nothing wrong with the corners of this card. There's nothing wrong with the sides of this card. I was taking a close look. There are some sparkles, like right there. There are some sparkles on the card. I really hope that's not used against me. Like I said, it should be a BGS 9. So, for this one though, I'm gonna give it a... I don't know. It's the same like Hitmonchan over here. I'm gonna be optimistic and go with a BGS or Beckett Pristine 10 for the Funard or Ninetales. Last but not least, we have one of my favorite cards, and it looks like just an English one, Alakazam. And I did not see factory lines. Let me just try to confirm it right now if there are any sort of factory lines on this one. Is that down here? Maybe I did. Maybe I did. I thought you were perfect. Yeah, oh my, I'm sorry guys. There's a factory line right there. Well, those other two look like they are perfect because the centering on this one is perfect on Alakazam. That's so unfortunate because there's not just the factory line there, there's also one right there too, but it's just a small one. Otherwise, centering and sides are perfect as the usual, and every single holo had 0 whitening on the corners. Like, what are the odds of that? That is just insane. Like, we better not get any corners at a 9.5. The only way I would see it is if it's like maybe like it was cut from the sheet and not perfectly circle, but that rarely happens. It's happened to me before and to guess that grade, but first edition Alakazam, I'm going to give you a super duper strong Beckett 9.5 just because of those factory lines. So there we go for that, but it's time to go to Beckett.
2,000 years later.
And welcome back to the second part of this Guess That grade, where inside is, I hope, some BGS 10s or pristine 10s for my first edition base set holographic cards that I pulled from that French booster base set box a couple weeks ago. Yesterday, you saw the results for the Tortank, the Blastoise, and several others. But today, we have some doozies, especially for the first part of this video when we showcased the cards before I submitted them to Beckett or BGS. But now the box is back, and on the inside, I really hope lies some better grades. But let's see. Let's not showcase the first one just yet. And it is the Melophy or Clefairy. This one, based off of looking at it right now, the centering is definitely going to get a 9. So my new predictions, based off of the last video especially, this is probably going to get a 9, I would say. So let's see for first edition Melophy or Clefairy. It's a 9, but look at that. Look at that. The surface is a 9, so it is a nice 9. Thumbs up 9. Centering got the 9, called that. Edges 9.5, corners got a 9.5. Still waiting for the first 10 on the corners. I'm still waiting on that, but otherwise, was there print lines on this thing? There is a nasty line on the case itself, which is kind of annoying. All right, that's on the case? Yeah, I think that's on the case. Yeah, that is. There's like a line on the case. It's like going like up here, which is really not nice looking. So I would have preferred something better than that. Looks like there is some holofoil bleed at the very top. And like, there it is. See the sparkle up there? That affects the surface scores apparently, which, I mean, I'm not surprised. Barbecue is one of the moves. Very nice. And then of course, taking a look at the beautiful corners of all of these holographics are just like flawless. I'm still surprised we have not gotten a 10 on one of those so far, so hopefully one of the others. But Clefairy on screen will have been the population report, or how many of these are out in the wild right now, and approximate value of each of the cards will appear on screen too. So not surprised, but I'll take it because it still is on the silver medal, as opposed to, I think it's like if you get an 8, not an 8.5, an 8, you start getting a paper one, which is not nice. But the metal ones are nice, or whatever they're made out of. So what is this? This is the Alakazam. Now, originally I thought it was going to be like fantastic, perfect, but then I think as a closer look in the first part of this video, we did notice some factory lines on it. So at this point, I'll take a BGS 9. Okay, it's a BGS 9, but look at that score. Look at that. 9.5s all around, and then an 8.5 for surface. If that surface was just 0.5 more, a 9, this would have gotten a 9.5. Not like the Clefairy, but like some of the other ones from the previous video. So, once again, I'm guessing it's the factory lines that were discovered down, like, I think they're right here, and maybe one smaller one right there. You can kind of see. That would, bump that score down, which is unfortunate. So it's like either there's factory lines or there's holofoil bleed. it's not like both at the same time causing it to go. I didn't even know at this point, but oh, there's something unfortunate in there. Look, like a little dirt speck in there. Oh, this is not a good start for presentation purposes. But looking at the back, oh, that's not good too. That's just dust. That's not even on the card itself. That's so unfortunate. The presentation for this one is definitely not the best so far, but it is still a very, very nice score, especially that we pulled these. So, first edition Alakazam got a 9. All right, no more surprises, please. The Raichu. This one was definitely off center from left to right on the back. Hopefully a 9 at this point. It's a 9, and there we go. Basically the exact same like the Alakazam, except this time they're giving a 9 to the centering, which is fine. It's pretty abysmal centering on this one. Look how much more blue is on that one, so that's understandable. Surface got an 8.5. I don't know if I saw any factory lines on Raichu. I think there was holofoil bleed on the card, like sparkles across the card. Which is that's just how the card was printed, you know, just like the factory lines, but they're cooler than the factory lines because they make it sparkle more. And I like shiny stuff. So the corner's got a 9.5, which, you know, leaving it on like that, you can definitely tell like that looks beautiful, like it really does. But it's a 9. So far, no 8.5s. It has been all 9s, which does look nice as a set-wise, but we're still waiting on a 9.5. Come on to Leonhart. What do we got? It's the Hitmonchan! Was this one the one that, like, looks perfect, but there is a lot of holofoil bleed on the card? That was this first edition Hitmonchan. It's a 9 again, so look at that! It's 9.5s all around for Tingnan, but the Surface got an 8.5. There's no factory lines on this one for sure, but it's unfortunate. Maybe you can kind of see this way. There you go. Right there and right there are the holofoil bleeds on the card, and that just really ruined the card. I think it's cool between you and me, but it gave it the 8.5 for Surface, and you know, ultimately it's a 9, so not an 8.5. I would have wanted better. The presentation of this card is a lot better too, so I'm very happy about that. But there we go. There's just nothing wrong with these cards. It's just the holofoil bleed. Come on, man. Still a very, very beautiful card, and putting it in the pile, I mean, it's all 9s. I'll take it. What do we got next? This is the Ninetales. Now this is one I thought was in perfect condition, but is it gonna get a 10? Probably not. Probably not. Ninetales, can you give us some good luck today? There we go! Oh my gosh. Who would have thought I would have been so happy to see a 9.5? So 9.5s all around, and the Surface, just like the other ones, could have been like the Ninetales or Franz Ferdinand. If that was just a 9 instead of an 8.5, it would have gotten the 9.5. So let's take a look. I mean, I didn't see any factory lines. I don't know if I saw any holofoil bleed, but apparently there was, because that's why the Surface is a whole point below 10. Let's check the corners wise. I mean, they're virtually perfect corners as well. It's just so difficult to get 10s in these subcategories. But still, this is a very good one to get. Actually in this type of score, because the PSA 9s I think do go for a decent amount of Ninetales. So this is actually a very, very nice grade. I mean, it's a 9.5. Even the 9s are nice, but 9.5. Yay. Pats on back for that one. All right. I think we are down to the last card. I don't even remember what is it at this point. All right, it's the Zapdos. It's the Zapdos. Once again, if you like this Guess That Grade series and you want to see more, check out yesterday's first part as well. Please consider subscribing to the channel, and as always, leave a like too. Let's see it. It's a 9, so no 8.5s for us today. But look at this one. It got a 9.5 centering, 9.5 for the corners. Surface got that 8.5. And then the edges got a 9. So now it's the first time we're actually going to take a look at not just Thor, but was there factory lines on Zapdos? I don't know if there was. Maybe there was just like a few amount, like a small amount. But I guess something's on the edge of these cards. Maybe something like down right there. Yeah, I can see something right there. I'm just trying to justify it, everybody. Just trying to justify it. And yeah, centering got a 9.5 on this one. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I think it's off center. Like, I would surprised it got a 9.5. I would maybe even get that a 9, but I guess I'm not surprised too that I got a 9.5 because it's not bad. But there we go. We got 9s. 9, 9, 9, 9, and 9.5 for the Ninetales. So overall, pretty. I'm okay with them. I'm not impressed, but hopefully you were. If you disagree or want me to regrade them, let me know in the comment section below. My name is Leonhart. Stay awesome, stay positive, and as always, I will see y'all in the next video.